What is up, you guys? For today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how to get this really fun Ice Queen fantasy inspired look using the Blue Blood palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And I haven't used this palette in a hot minute, like it has been a bit. And I don't know why I haven't really been using it because the colors in here are really cool and just really interesting. And if you'd like to see my original review on this palette, I'll have it linked in the description box down below for you. So for today's look, we are going to be focusing the icy blues in here because I haven't used them really all that much and I just wanted to play around with them because normally when I use this palette, I usually go in with the really bright blues and I wanted to do something a little bit different this time. But before we jump into this video, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button down below and give this video a like because it really does help me out. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. Man, I am having a bad hair day today, like I just could not get it to work. But the first thing that we are going to be doing is priming our eyelids using the ABH eye primer. So the palette that we are going to be using today is the Blue Blood palette, and I haven't used this one since November, so it has been a hot minute since I've played with it. And honestly, can we just talk about that? Like, it is almost May, and I don't know about you guys, but time is going by so quickly for me, and it's just really crazy. But the reason I want to go in with this palette today is because I haven't really been using blue eyeshadow all that much. Like, I've been on a green kick and like a purple kick, but I haven't been really experimenting all that much with blue, and I feel like this palette is perfect for that. But today I do want to see if we can do things a little bit different because every time I use this palette, I feel like my looks look always the same. Like, I always go from the lightest blue to the deepest blue, cut my crease and put color in on the lid, and I never really play with the other shades in here. So the first shade I want to go in with is one I haven't used yet, and that is this beautiful kind of like peachy pink shade, and it's called Untouchable. And I'm just going to be applying this using a big fluffy brush from Morphe. It's from their Holiday Eye Set. And I'm going to be applying that right into my crease and using it to round out my outer V. And the reason that I wanted to go in with this shade is because it has like this really pretty like pink blushy undertone to it. And I was swatching a lot of the shadows trying to figure out like what kind of look I wanted to do and like what colors I wanted to mix around. And I noticed that this one actually had like a pink look to it because in the pan it looks more like a peachy color and just really neutral. But when I swatched it, I just love the undertone of it. So I'm not too sure how this next shade's gonna look, but I'm really nosy, so we're gonna do it anyways. And that is going in with this shade called Blue Blood. And then using this Morphe JS6 brush, I'm going to be applying it right into my crease, very lightly, because I do want a lot of control with this shadow, just in case it does me dirty. And I'm also using it to round out my outer V. And when I'm doing this, I'm doing like little tiny circular motions. I thought that this shadow would be the best compromise for not using Ice Tray because we can always go in with one of the grayer blues next. But so far I'm actually really liking that. You know, I wasn't sure if these colors were going to go well together or like what was going to happen. But I'm actually kind of excited to see how this goes. So I do want to get like a little bit of a gray undertone with this look. So we're going to go in with this kind of like grayish blue shade, and it's called Power. And I'm just going to use this little tiny blending brush from Morphe. It's again out of that Holiday Eye Set. And I'm going to be applying this really lightly into my crease, as well as using it to round out my outer V. And then after you have it applied, I'm just going to do these little tiny circles to blend it into that blue, just to give it like a little bit more of a gray undertone. Okay, but this is turning out exactly how I was wanting it to, because I wanted like blue, but I wanted gray blue, and I didn't want to do like a full-on blue look, so that's why I did that little hint of pink. And I feel like these colors are just going so well together, and they just look so pretty. So I am going to build up this Power shade in really light layers just to get a little bit more definition. And I haven't decided if I want to go in with the darkest shadows in this palette, the two darker mattes, because they are kind of tricky to work with, and I don't know if I want to do that dark of a look today because I really like how this is right now. You seriously have no idea how hard it is for me to hold back from going deeper in my crease. Like, I really want to use one of the darker matte shades, but at the same time, I really like how this is looking, and I don't know if I want to do that dark of a look, because I feel like right now it has like an angelic kind of look to it. I don't know, I think it looks really awesome. But off camera, I'm just going to quickly cut my crease, and then I'll be right back to finish up the lid. So as you can see from cutting my crease, I have the ugliest harsh line like right here, and we need to get rid of it because it is not cute. And instead of going in with my lid color first, we're actually going to fix this instead. And I'm going to go back in with that shade called Power. And then using this Moda brushes, I believe it's like an angled eye brush. It's like one of those slanted type of blending brushes. I'm going to be taking it vertically, so up and down. And I'm just going to be packing that shadow on right on top of that harsh line. And then afterwards, I'm going to start flicking it into that base just to blend it together a little bit better. This will help make it a little bit easier for when we apply the next shadow on top. So the first shimmer that we're going to be going in with is one that I have been talking about in this video a lot, and that one is called Eyeshadow. It's a really gray base blue. And then using this dampened little flat shader brush, I'm going to be applying Eyeshadow in the outer third of my lid. I am also slightly overlapping it with that matte shade that we just applied in the outer V as well. Man, I love this shade though. It's so pretty. I don't think I've ever used it before. But it's like this really cool, like cool toned icy blue, but it just has a lot of gray to it. It's a really unique color. I don't think I have anything like it in my collection. I mean, like seriously, like look at how sparkly it is. Now for the rest of the lid, you could go in with Cullinan, but honestly, I want to go in with this shadow from ColourPop. It is from the Making Mobs collection, and it's the Super Shock shadow in the shade Day Trippin'. It is such a cool color. It's like this icy mauvey baby pink, and it has like this really cool like baby blue sparkle to it. And then using a different flat shader brush, I'm just going to be applying it to the rest of my lid and then slightly overlapping it with Eyeshadow. But oh, that is such a cool color. I love it with this look. I'm so happy that we used it. And why I wanted to go in with this one is because I felt like the undertone of it would go really well with that pink in the crease, but at the same time it had that blue sparkle to it, which I thought would be really cool next to the blues. I am going to go in with my finger. I want to see if I can get it just like a little bit more sparkly. And a lot of times using Super Shock shadows with your finger makes them that way. So I would definitely recommend if you're doing a cut crease to apply it with a brush and then go on top of it with your finger just so you get like that glitter factor. But seriously, like I'm just so excited about this look. Like at first I didn't know if I was gonna like it, but after we got the lid on, like man, like this might be one of my new favorites. So for liquid liner today, I'm going to be going in with this one from Morphe. It is called the Felt Tip Liquid Liner in the shade Ink, and I love this liner. Like if you're looking for a really good one that's super pigmented and very easy to use, definitely recommend this one. I also gotta curl those lashes because I don't know about you guys, but my lashes, they curl like this, like literally straight out. It is so annoying. And then for mascara today, I'm just going to go in with this one from Lancome. It is the Big Connoisseur one. I really like this one. It's one of my all-time favorites. And if you're into like really heavy, like thickening mascaras, you need this one. It's really good. And also what I like about it is that even though it is really thickening, it does keep my curl. So once you have that mascara applied, now we're going to go in with lashes. And I'm just going to use these ones from Lilly Lashes in the style CEO. Okay, but seriously, I'm just so excited about this look. I love the colors and I love the whole vibe of it. But off camera, I'm just gonna like quickly clean things up a little bit because I do have some fallout on my face and we need to get rid of that, as well as apply my complexion products, and then I'll be right back to finish up the look. So here's where I'm at right now after applying my complexion products, and now we're going to go in with lipstick because I have a crusty mess and I want to get rid of it. And I want to go in with this one from Maybelline. I've never used it before. It's the Superstay Ink Crayon in this shade Keep It Fun, and it's like a really pretty like dusty mauve. So now we're going to work on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to mix that Blue Blood shade with Power, and I'm doing like a 1-to-1 ratio. I'm hoping that this kind of matches what we have going on in the crease. Oh yeah. And I'm using a Morphe M507 brush. And when I'm doing this too, I'm not smoking it down too far because I don't want it to look like a bruise underneath my eye. I just want to get a little bit more balance. I don't know about you guys, but like my eyes have been so sensitive lately. Like even like doing like liners and stuff, like my eyes are always like twitching and watering. It is so annoying. So for the inner corner highlight, I want something super blending, so we're going to be going in with Cullinan. And then using this Moda Brush's little pencil brush, I'm going to be packing the shit out of this into my inner corner. Like I am super packing it because I wanted super crazy blending. But ooh, that paired so well. I really like that. I mean, like seriously though, like look at how pretty that is for the inner corner. Like this is literally the best pairing we could have done. And also like look how blinding it is. And then for white liner, I'm just going to go in with this one from Morphe. It's in the shade Coconut. And I'm just going to use it to line my waterline. So for blush today, I'm just going to go in with this one from ColourPop. It is the Pressed Powder Blush in this shade Catch My Vibe. And it's kind of like a pinky mauve shade. So I'm just going to be applying it to my cheekbones, doing like a little stippling motion. And I am using a BH Cosmetics No. 3 brush out of the Lavender Luxe set. And I'm also kind of like going around my eye. I've been really loving the look of this lately, but I like this blush so much. Like if you're into mauve blushes, you should try this one out because it's really nice and it also has a really nice buildable formula. I feel like ColourPop's blush formula is just so underrated. I don't really see many people talk about it and I don't know why. It's just so nice. And also like the pigmentation is perfect. It's not too much, it's not too little. It's just like right in the middle. I will say though, I definitely prefer the pressed powder version because I just find it a little bit easier to work with. The Super Shock ones are nice too, but I don't know, like sometimes it can be a little bit too much. So for highlighter today, we're going to go in with another one from ColourPop, and this is the Super Shock highlighter in the shade Eurocatch. I love this one so much, and also the pan size is massive. And I'm just going to go in with this Morphe JS4 highlighting brush, and I'm going to be applying it right to the top of my cheekbones and also kind of like rounding out around my eye. But I love this highlight. Like if you're into like pink champagnes, you should definitely try this one out. Because I don't know if you're like this too, but when I find something I really like, I never want to put it down, so I have to put it away. And this is like one of those products because I love a blinding highlight, but I don't want it like super crazy glittery, if you know what I mean. Like I want like a wet sheen, but with like a little bit of glitter. And I feel like the Super Shock highlighters from ColourPop have that. But it's just so pretty. But yeah, so here's the finished look using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blue Blood palette, and seriously, I am so obsessed with how this turned out. Like hands down, by far one of my favorite looks I have ever done. I like that we did these very like icy grayish colors, and also it kind of has like a pastel kind of vibe to it too. I don't know, I'm so in love with it. But yeah, so in the comments down below, let me know if you'd like to see more looks using the Blue Blood palette because I would be happy to film them for you guys because I had a lot of fun using this one today. But as always though, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button down below and gave this video a like. And also, if you'd like to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!